Hey.
Hey, hello
Hey
everyone.
guys.
Yes.
So, we're gonna try something really fun today. We're gonna try to do some mining on Cardano. Well, not ADA. We're not gonna mine ADA. That's not possible. But we're gonna mine tuna, or as we call it, we're going fishing.
It's a totally new way of mining too. We're actually fishing tuna from a smart contract that's
Yeah.
using Bitcoin SHA-256 algorithm to
Yep.
do copy. Yeah. Um, you want to tell a bit more about the fishing for tuna before we get started with the configuration, or?
Well, I don't know that much about the technical aspect of it, but IOG they made. Uh, just correct me if I'm mistaken, but as far as I understand it, IOG has made um, they have made a proof of work blockchain, and the reason they have done this is just to show that it's possible to utilize Icon to make side chains, and that is about the limit that of my knowledge about it. And
Okay.
before I can continue, I just noticed that I've done something really stupid. Can you
That
see
is
what? Can you see what I've done wrong?
something with the camera, maybe?
No, I
No?
was supposed to stream this to Nada. I'm streaming it to Crypto Labs. Oh well, yeah, you know this too.
You can,
Oh,
if
it's
you're
fine.
recording, you can do the just release the recording on the Nada
I will.
channel.
I will download the recording and re-upload it on Nada later. But this one will be fun for the Crypto Labs community as well. Then,
This could be very fun for everyone. And
yeah,
before we move on, a bit technicalities. So this is like a TX pipe, the people who make a lot of infrastructure for like the meter run and stuff like that on Cardano. Basically, you can run like Cardano nodes and even DB Sync, like the database stuff. All of that you can run through their webpage. And
yeah,
what they have done is something mind blowing. They have used like Icon. It's a very easy smart contract language on Cardano. Like it's simplified. It's not like Plutus. It's like not hard at all to get started with. It's a much simpler version to use. And what they have done is they have actually created proof of work inside a smart contract, so people can uh, communicate with the smart contract and submit mining hash and get rewards. Isn't that cool? Like that's so crazy cool to me. And basically, what you're doing currently is they set the difficulty a bit low because they didn't expect the demand to blow up like it has. So it's supposed to do 50 tuna per 10 minutes, but currently it's like way faster than that. And I think one tuna now is like around 0.28 or something like that.
it
So
fluctuates a lot. It's gone between 1.1 and 1.8 ADA. Only just today. It was released on well, it was available yesterday on MinSwap. So it's really, 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 really early.
this is a
Uh,
treat for your audience to have be witness this and be this early to look at this.
yeah,
And it's CPU mining, so you can do this on your laptop, or heck, you can use your Steam Deck. I saw someone used for mining tuna. Uh, I think probably Raspberry Pi you could probably mine tuna on currently. So anything you can mine tuna on, as long as it's a computer and from this century. um, So, with that said, should we try to look into how to do this on simple Windows, like as easy as humanly possible, no complex Linux or anything, just like what a regular everyday user would do?
Yeah. So what we're gonna do today is Iceland has already set up a couple of miners.
Yeah.
How many do you have running by now? 6?
I actually lost count. I think it's like 15 at this point. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I've also tested it out. I have one running right now. I have set
I'm
up
ready.
2, and I'm gonna set up my third one on my laptop, which I have beside me right now. That's why you're gonna see me switch between computers a little bit, and it's probably gonna be a little bit clunky. Nido is also going to do the same thing that I do, and Iceland will just help us and tell us when we're doing stuff wrong.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm going to launch my laptop here, and just full on disclosure, I will be showing seed phrases. I will be showing other sensitive information, but everything I'm doing here will be deleted right away, and I will install a new. I will install another copy, which will not carry any of that information. So, but just for your sake, please keep the sensitive information to yourselves. Don't do like I do. In this case, this is only for demonstration purposes.
Yes.
All right, so
You
I'm
should
gonna.
probably also say before we go on that the price of tuna could vary crazy much. Like, this is not a financial advice or anything or remotely like that. This is fun and it's something really cool that there's a new smart contract mining. So yeah, just
Yeah.
those.
Remember
Yeah.
Bitcoin in 2011.
This is the closest thing I can think about is this is Bitcoin 2010.
Could be.
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
not that it's probably not that historical, but we're at the same stage on this blockchain.
Yeah.
That's basically how easy it is to mine it.
Oh.
So I have on my website right now. I have the GitHub for Fortuna. That's the name of the token. Icon is the protocol which is being used,
The
and
smart,
here's the smart
programming. Yeah.
And this is the GitHub repertoire. And let's see. So, well, I'm just gonna let you tell me what to do, Einstein. So I just don't start doing things on my own and don't explain it.
Yeah, so usually, like if you were in Linux, you would probably clone this page and that code depository, and you would get like a tag and what version you want. But we can do this real simple because there is no releases; it's only a code, and you just go to that web page like github.com icon Fortuna, and then you go to code, and then you can select to just download the code as a zip, and as a really easy way, because then you don't need to install anything GitHub software on your Windows. You just download the code. Simple as that.
Yeah. So I've done that now. And what do I do with it?
Yeah. So you know how a folder with code, and the most simple thing to do now is that you just copy this code folder into where your local user is. So yeah, you just go to your user folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, users, and then Thomas, for example. And then you just copy this folder, the Fortuna main. There, simple as that. Now we have all the code.
Oh wait, I actually put it
So you
inside
put
another
it in
folder.
a folder. Okay, let's make another copy.
There you go.
Yeah, you can also do this on Mac for the one who's having questions. This is just a code, and you can download different versions of the compiler. The one we will use to run this with, and one is for Mac. We will show that.
I actually saw an image on Twitter earlier today where someone installed it on a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it's very versatile. I'm pretty sure if you download a Linux launcher on your mobile phone, you could probably run it on that.
Probably. It's not that CPU intensive even, so yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do the next part. But let's go back to the web page because we need to install another thing there from the.
Yep.
It's called Dino.
Dino.
Yeah. Simple thing is to click the link, and then you get the instruction how to install it, and
Just click on this one.
you can just copy those scripts. So we're using PowerShell, so we're going to copy that. And as you can see, if you have Mac or Linux, you can copy another code.
Yeah. For you, B, using Mac, you can copy this and open it in Shell. In Windows, I'm gonna use PowerShell, but it's basically the same thing as far as I can as far as I understand.
Yeah, it's just a bash script that's running like an installation script. That's basically. So you go then to the PowerShell.
Oh, I'm sorry, your friend can do it, not you, of course.
Yeah, the friend. So.
Then I go to PowerShell. PowerShell is already installed. It comes installed on your computer. So there we go.
I think Ken Eric asked if it's running on a Russian calculator. I don't know. It might blow up. So yeah, I will not try that. The most cheesy joke of the day. Yeah. So we are definitely not going to be in the PowerShell in the SECL on Windows. We need to go to the user. So we go to back and we go to Bruker. It's in Norwegian, the user folder.
So
it's also in the Dino page on the GitHub. You can just copy the code there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What did you say I was gonna do, Einstein?
Okay, so first you can just copy paste the bash script. Just do that first, and then hit enter. You have done that, Thomas?
Yep.
Okay, so you have installed Dino now, and it said it was.
Oh no, I haven't installed it. I have copied the text here.
Yep, and then you paste,
and then I opened up PowerShell.
Yeah, and then you paste that text because it does not matter where you are, and then you hit enter. Oh, the remote name cannot be solved. Dino.com. Okay. I think you are in like. Could you try like a regular PowerShell, not the ISE one? Because I think that's like a security version. That one, yeah. That looks much better. Try now. Ta-da!
Nice.
Okay, so now we have PowerShell, PowerShell installing Dino. Yeah.
Okay, and we also have a Fortuna main folder.
Yep.
We can go to that. And I think we copy pasted it, so we can just say like go to that folder in the PowerShell. We do that by saying cd and then that name, Fortuna main.
So here.
cd.
And
space, and then Fortuna, and then you can hit tab, and it will fill out the rest of the name, and then hit enter. All right. So let's leave that part there, because now we have to do something that's slightly more complex.
Yep.
We are going to create a free account on Demeter Run to run a free Kupo and OGMOS node. This is the complex part. So pay attention. Demeter Run.
Yep.
Then you need to create start for free, like create an account if you don't have one already.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use my spam email. I'm curious to see if anyone noticed what the email address was. All right.
Did you use your Ada handle? Ada mail? No, not yet.
No.
Okay.
I used my spam email.
Okay, so you start a new project, basically.
New project.
You can call it Tuna or whatever you want. Or new project. Or fishing for tuna. Or
Tuna in the can.
yeah.
All right.
And you can have that
my name there.
organization.
Now everyone can see
Tree.
it.
Select that organization. Just click that picture.
He dropped. We dropped him. He was dragged to the bottom.
He was dragged to the bottom. You'll rejoin. Okay. So in the meantime, I can walk you through it. If you are doing it as well, Nido.
Yeah, I've actually created a project called just Tuna.
Yep.
And I've connected the Kupo extension. And now I need, let me see. Ogmius?
Yeah.
No, I have Ogmius, but I need Kupo.
Yeah. So while we wait for Thomas to rejoin, or I will see if he chats something. What we will do now is we will click the organization, and then the cluster will be US Central because it's only US that's available. Then you create a project. And after you create a project, you would my logging expired midstream. Oh, that's Thomas, I think, Nordic Cardano community.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we solve this, Thomas? Do you rejoin somehow, or what do we do to continue the stream? One moment, I fix. I love it, Kenry. Yeah. So we're having a small pause while we wait for Thomas. Maybe in the meantime, like I could say a bit about like what does this actually implicate. Basically, by having a smart contract doing proof of work, you could do what is called proof of useful work. You could submit like a training model. You could submit like a data set for creating a song or for creating an image. And you could say that users will get so many tokens for mining that data set for you. And that's just mind-blowing. Like, just imagine the possibilities to do like that. It decentralizes and creates in the power of everyone GPU mining, the power of that for AI research. Of course, this is still far away. The ICANN contract is very simple. It's just like a replica of a Bitcoin proof of work. But when you can do that, you can do other proof of work. And why not you do something useful proof of work where you train data sets, for example. And just the fact that we can do this straight on Cardano, straight through the smart contract, I think this is something like all of the blockchains are going to. Are we back?
I'm back.
Nice.
All right.
Welcome back.
The stream works. Yeah.
Are we still streaming?
Stream is working again. That was the most stupid time to lose my login. Oh well. Here we are.
Nice.
Okay. Let's continue. I just said how epic this is, but let's continue.
Yeah, still alive, Kinetic.
Let's see. I think everything's okay again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's
Anything's wrong in the stream, just let me know in chat, okay? All right. Let's continue. We
Yeah,
were
so
going
you
on
select-
Demeter.
you select the organization and US Central, and then you
Yeah.
create project. You have to select all of them or else it will be grayed out. So go up a bit on your screen.
Oh yeah.
You don't need to create a new
oops.
organization. You can just click the one that was default there.
There
That
we
one?
go.
And that
And
one. And ta-da! You can create a project.
Nido just saw my name, I guess.
Yeah.
What?
You need a name for your project again, I guess. So let's do the Tuna dance.
Let's call it test.
Test. Okay.
Create.
Just fast forward.
There we go.
Forget.
I have 6
Childish
million
humor.
DCUs. Am I rich
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, that's actually of the courtesy of Cardano Foundation. They actually bought for the Demeter run that every user gets free ECUs every month. So, and it coincidentally happens to be that that's exactly the amount you need to run Kupo and Ogimos every month. It's 5.5 million. So that was interesting. Yeah, you see here, Cardano Foundation free tire. It's sponsored by Cardano.
But can I sell this? Can I sell it? Can I be rich on this?
No, we need to fish Tuna to be rich. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
All right. Let's
Yeah.
move on then.
Yeah, so we have a project. We don't need to add any payment method or anything like that. We know actually need to go to the project itself. I think you need to scroll down a bit to find. Oh, it's not even here. Go click on projects again in the top, maybe. There. Okay, and then open test. Then you need to browse extensions.
Browse extensions.
Then we need to have two things. We need to have Kupo.
Kupo.
It's basically like having all the on-chain data of Cardano. So you just hook one of the mainnet ones. Don't use the pre-prod or net or preview.
But
And
what's the difference with the prune UTXO or not prune?
don't use the prune one. Use the regular one without prune.
Okay.
It's just how the transactions are, like what data you get. But I think it's safer to use the non-prune one.
Yeah. Okay, so I activate this one.
Yes, like that.
Connected.
Now it's taking 1 million DCUs per month for having this running.
Yeah.
And now the important part is you need to also allow it to be accessed from the web. So you
Yeah.
do that in the bottom. One more down. Expose HTTP port. And again, this is not on your computer. This is another computer, so it's safe to expose it. It's on Demeter runs infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a link. That's your address to your node, and you need to copy that and put it in a notepad. I told you this part is the hardest part, so
This is the boring part.
yeah.
Okay, so
Now,
I got this link.
Yeah, now you have Kupo, but we also need Ogimos. So go back to instance selection. And then go back to extensions. Then Ogimos.
And Ogimos. And then do the same thing here, not pre-prod, not preview, but mainnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one costs 4.5 million. So like Heston said, it's 5.5 million per month.
And you get 6 million free, so it's free.
Yeah.
You need to activate it like that, yeah.
Activate this and then
expose.
basically do the same thing here. Expose HTTP port and copy
you also
this
copy that
address.
Okay.
All right.
That was we're almost done with the hard part. So now we need to go back to the GitHub. And not in the installation of Dino, but really back to Fortuna GitHub. There,
Yep.
yeah. And then you see there's the environment variables. So you see we copy those two, kupo-url and ogimus-url. And let's copy that into the notepad. And now we should make it on a new line with those two. And then you see where it says kupo-url, you replace that part with your kupo-url. So copy that, or glue cut, I mean, yeah.
And then just replace this part right here.
No, you need to have the HTTP.
Oh, yes, that's right. We need to have the HTTP part. We just do
there.
this.
Stop there.
That's
And the same with
wrong the
Ogimus.
first time.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I think you did all of it.
And then the same thing here.
Yep.
All right. Are
with the
you following along as well, Nado?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
yeah, and move it up one line just in case, so it's on the first line.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we need to save this in a particular place. We need to save it where we put our Fortuna main. And an important step now is yeah, you can just go to Thomas on your users. And then Fortuna main. So like that. Okay, now it's important we select that it's not a text document, but it's all files. And then we should call it .env and small letters. The file should be called .env. That's short for like environment.
Yeah.
And then you just save it.
And then save.
Yeah. Let's double check that it's N file. So let's go into the Fortuna main in your user. Because if you don't do this part, it will fail to run.
Yeah, we had that problem before.
And yeah, it's a .n, so it's correct here. You see there, that's our file. All right, now we just need to open the PowerShell.
PowerShell.
And we are in the right place. We're in Fortuna main. And we are going to copy paste some commands from the GitHub into this PowerShell again.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to GitHub.
Yeah, the first one you will do is to initiate Dino, and you do that with those commands there.
This one?
Dino task cli initiate.
Can
So
Øystein, can you help me navigate in PowerShell to my user folder?
Yeah, so you can just say like cd and then ... and go back, and then you're in C colon. If you're not in C colon, just say like C
Yeah,
colon .
I am, but in system 32.
Yeah, so just say cd ... and go back and do that twice.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then
Now
you
I'm
just
in
say
C colon.
cd bruker and then your username. And
cd slash or space?
You don't, just space, you don't need slash. Then probably if you're a Norwegian computer, it's brukere, or if it's English, it's users, and then your username. You can also see the folders with dir and dir and enter, and then it will be that. Are you getting there? Or
I'm trying.
yeah. So I can show you also after the stream that part. So we're almost done now, anyways. So we would now do the start of this CLI initiation. So we do that. You can have sometimes error because there's a lot of demand now for this. Like many are discovering it. So sometimes it will crash and you just have to restart it. And that's basically because it's failing to reach the kupo instance on the web because there's so demand for it. But in our case, it worked just fine.
It worked fine. It created a c.txt. This is seed. This is the seed phrase.
This is the part that you should never do online, and we will do here. But you can do it with Notepad and open the seed.txt, and it's a
Yeah.
24 word phrase for your wallet, basically.
So at the bottom here now, there's a text file that says seed.txt. And like I said, never do this at home. We are trained professionals and idiots. So,
Okay, idiots.
yeah, with a J.
Yeah.
Very important. So this is my seed phrase. I'm not gonna do much with it because I can start mining without it. I just don't get any rewards, as far as I understood.
Yes. So
Yes.
what you will do now is those seed phrases you need to import into wallet, and you need to transfer a bit ADA to them, because this is a smart contract you're interacting with. So every time you actually receive a Tuna block, you pay 0.25 ADA. And it's definitely worth it, because you get 50 ADA, 50 Tuna worth of ADA, and currently that's like 16 ADA or something like that.
Yeah.
So
was,
as long as the
it was
prices are
close to 48 earlier today.
yeah.
So
And you should definitely watch the prices if it's good for you to do this or not. But
yeah,
you need to add a bit ADA to that,
yeah,
and then you can do this next part to verify it. You do Dino taskly address. It will show you how much ADA and Tuna you have.
yeah. So I'm just copy pasting this into PowerShell, pressing enter. Error.
Okay, let's see again. Can I show me the? Oh, is it the full? Okay. Um,
Top level. It's the same thing I had last time. Top level await promise never resolved.
yeah, that could be the Kupu that is having trouble. You just do it again.
Yeah, there we go.
See.
So I have 0 ADA, 0 Tuna. That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm
And
poor people.
yeah, but then you can just do deno task clean mine, and then it will start mining. It would
Yeah.
take not that much of your CPU power, so at least not for me it did.
I'm going to let's see, if you just start, you just keep talking a little bit. I'm gonna hide this one. I'm going to remove my laptop and I'm going to open
Okay, so
because I have it over here.
yeah, and these are all the steps you need to do, and what you will get then is like it says that it's trying to get blocks, and it will keep doing that. And when you have a successful block, you will see something about the datum, and then if it's actually you won it, you will then see just like submitted transaction or something like that. But if someone raced you and actually got it before you will see a long line of like failed transactions. The times it works, you don't see that transaction failed part of it, and that just means someone else beat you to it on the Cardano network, and they transacted with the smart contract before you. So that's why the transaction failed, basically.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, all right. So I'm back on my computer now. I have my screen up, and what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna open up PowerShell. There we go. And let's see. So I'm gonna do cd Fortuna main, and then the command do I have it here? No, that's another command. So that's Dino task CLI mine.
yep.
And as soon as I press enter now, if everything works as it should, I'm mining. So now every 5 seconds, when it does not find a new block, it will update just telling you, hey, I didn't find anything the last 5 seconds. And most of the time that's how it's gonna stay. We're gonna see if we're lucky, if we actually catch something, because there's two options right now, isn't there, Einstein?
Yeah, exactly. Two
Yeah.
options.
And one of those options are you can you will find something. You will get a message saying you found a block, and you get paid. And then it could also say you found a block, but you didn't find it fast enough. Someone else got it before you. So so you will get that message saying someone else got it before you. Sorry, try again. But this is basically the entire program running right now. This is mining.
Should
And
well, we'll leave that on so we can see if we get some fish. Should I show you some more advanced stuff in the meantime?
yeah, sure.
If you go to the GitHub again,
Um,
oh yeah, you need just get that link on. I can paste you the link, Fortuna.
yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. I'm just gonna take a couple of questions from chat here. First. B says it's a community wallet now. Yep, that's true. And she also says, "Excuse me," and I think that is related to the mining rewards. And yes, right now the mining rewards are kind of crazy. They are actually ridiculously high. I don't know if you want to if you want to go public on how much you made so far or not.
Okay, so basically, I'm planning to have a bit extra for development of Cardano, and it's already like 500 ADA in just this time in today.
Nice.
Yeah, and I since started mining around 3 o'clock today. So it's been 6 hours and
It's
about
not going to last like
500
this.
ADA.
Just to make sure, like this is not going to last like this. I think they said that next epoch, and it's fairly soon, the difficulty will go up. They made a mistake. They set the difficulty way too low, and they didn't expect that it would be this popular. This was launched during the Rare Evo in Colorado, in Denver,
Yeah, cool.
2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else going on in chat? So okay, so Evan, he asks how does he open Git in PowerShell?
Yeah, that's the
you
part
can,
I want to avoid. You can install. There's like a Git for Windows, but I wanted to make this as simple as possible. So what you do instead, you just download the code. You don't need to open GitHub in PowerShell. You just get the zip, you unzip it to your folder, and use that.
yeah.
I had to create a new wallet with the seed phrase and then fill it with some ADA.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, 1/4 of ADA will be used every time you get Tuna. So
Yeah.
you should have a bit data, but you don't need to have much. And again, security things like this is completely new. We don't know if it has some hostile software for all we know. I have put it on a lot of computers, but never on something critical because you don't know if there's a bug or error or you never know. So just be careful of that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, do not just like with anything else, do not risk anything you're not willing to lose.
Yeah.
So, but that's a good thing here. You don't have to put in that much. I put in 50 ADA just to get me started on the transaction fees. I could have gone by with 10 if I wanted to. Then I might, if I were really lucky and got several hits, I might have had to top off. I might have been out of ADA before I got back to my computer, so I wanted to be sure. And right now, I've sold off everything I've mined so far, just to top off. So everything I have left in my wallet right now is ADA rewards. I have nothing else left. Everything I put in has been moved back to my wallet. I have only the rewards left. So right now I have no risk compared to what I had initially. So
It could also be wise to move ADA to another wallet that's you feel is safer as you accumulate more of it, just as regular tips.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How are you doing, Nido?
Nido, Thomas, you know this.
Nido then.
I'm doing good. I just
I speak
transferred
American
some
English.
ADA. I managed to get the seed phrase going based on the GitHub.
Yeah.
I have not the Dino task CLI address. That's the one that needs to be funded, not the wallet address.
No, it's the seed text. That's your Dino address as well. There's no other address unless you do this command again. Because if you start and do it twice, you'll generate a new wallet and a new seed phrase. So that's something users should be a bit careful about as well. You just run it once.
Okay, so if I just run the Dino task CLI initialization command,
Yeah.
then it saves the seed file, and is that use that seed file or seed phrase to create a wallet and just
Yes.
use the address for that wallet.
Yes, you send to that address to that wallet,
Okay.
and then you can check your the amount with Dino task address. That's safe to use. It will not generate a new address. So then you
Okay.
can see what you have, and then it's just Dino task mine, and you're off to the races. One thing I should say is like it tends to crash sometimes, and that particularly happens when it doesn't reach the Kupo, the database. So you need to babysit this from time to time, see if it or make a script that it restarts again. But that's more advanced. But it's not that often. I just wanted people to be aware of that.
Yeah.
Yes, the
And we asks not a stupid question. Yes, the computer needs to be on while you're. If you want to mine on the computer, it has to be on.
But you can mine when you want, of course.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be on 24/7. I mean, if you want to use your computer for something else, you can shut down the miner and then restart it if you want. So it doesn't have to be a 24/7 thing.
Quick question. I just did what Øystein said, and I ran the command again, the task CLI in it, and it created a new seed phrase. I saved everything though, the old one, but then it's when you run the command, or if you manage to run the command 2 times, then it's the newest one that it's gonna get used, right? As you said?
Yeah. I have not tried this, but we can do it live. You could probably just replace the seed.txt with your old seed phrases, and it would be the old address still. If you want to try that.
Okay. How do we do that?
Yeah, you go to the folder of the Fortune main, and you go to the seed.txt. You double click to open it, and instead of if you have done init again, it should probably be a new seed phrase there. So
it is.
So then you just use your old seed phrase if you saved it, and copy paste it in the same format with the same spacing, and it should work.
Okay, and just save over.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to try. I'm just gonna create a new wallet.
You can just save a backup of this, and then you do it. Like it could also be if you don't want to lose the ADA you already sent to the other address.
It's okay. How much is the transaction fee for just sending ADA?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh,
Thank you, Federico. Nice feedback.
Yeah. So for me, this is important. Like I could probably have not told about this and earned a ton more, but like the fact that we can have proof of work on a smart contract, this is huge. Like this is history in the making, and I just want the Norwegian Cardano community to take part in that. So I don't mind sharing on this. And I don't know how long it will be like this, but it definitely feels like in the Bitcoin early days, like the prices are crazy, and yeah. So it's cool to be part of this.
I'm trying to find a. There we go. Actually, I read a Medium article written by Jalen Snelson. I don't know. Do either of you guys know who that is?
It's so big, the Cardano ecosystem now. Like I lost track of I don't know everyone in the
No,
ecosystem anymore.
but I'm gonna paste it in. Let's see. I'm gonna paste it in this live chat. There we go. So here you have a Medium article, step by step, basically saying everything we've done so far. I cannot guarantee that it's exactly the same. There might have been changes since then, but I read through it and I couldn't find anything being wrong with it. So I'm guessing it will be okay to follow that one, or you can just replay the video and follow along as best you can. So because Evan says he gets a lot of errors. I got the env file saved, but then what?
Yeah.
Got to
So
step 5 and it's sort of halted for me.
yeah,
So
I think the best thing to do is like to make sure that it's not a text file, like it's .env and not .n.text or something like that, because that's probably the most likely cause of errors. If you have if that's not the problem, you should make sure that you install the Dino binary correctly and do the installation of that again. Some few computers I've heard that they need to copy that Dino exe file into that folder, so you could try that as well if that's a problem. Before we ended this, I also wanted to show like a bit more advanced stuff. So if you can go to the GitHub.
let's see. I'm gonna
Pasted
go
you.
back to the
Yep.
to the laptop then, because I don't want to do anything on my desktop. Oh, we didn't get it. I need to show this.
Oh, what?
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's how it looks when you don't get a when you find a block but you don't get it. That's
Yes.
exactly how that looks. So
Yeah.
the top part over here. Let's see this part. This says that you found next datum. Datum is that.
So basically, you are doing what you're doing on Bitcoin. You're finding a random nonce, and you're
Yep.
matching that to something in the smart contract. And the difficulty of the mining is dependent on how many are mining, and that just says you have a match, so you have a block. And then the next part is saying that you did not get this transaction that you should have had, and the reason is that someone else actually have done that transaction before you. So that UTO set is no longer available because
Yeah.
someone else had already done it. So that's
Yeah.
why it throws that error there.
Yeah. And then it goes back to mining. So and just keeps trying again. I was one guy who explained Bitcoin mining for me, and it's the same thing. The principle is the same. Just imagine that you are a person going around the strip in Vegas trying to guess random numbers, just walking around to people, just guessing the number they're thinking of. It takes you a little while to get the right number. That's it's basically the same thing going on here. And in this case, you got the right number, but someone beat you to it.
Exactly.
So-
Good explanation.
All right, so let's go back to GitHub.
Yeah. Now we need to go to the top where it says Insight. So what we're
Let's
going to do now is to get a community fork of this, and that's more advanced, basically.
So,
Insight
let's see, where are you going? You said
in the
this
top.
is new. This is new for me as well.
Yeah, Insights. Click there.
Insights. Yeah.
Then Forks. It's on the left side.
Forks.
This is
Are
a
we
list
doing
of
a
all
hard
the
fork?
community. This is not a hard fork. It's like a fork of the code, basically.
Yeah.
This is community members who have updated their code for this miner. And QC Pool, has been fairly active on Discord, and he has a new version. So if you click QC Pool Fortuna, to
Shout
the
out
right,
to Canada.
you should click on Fortuna. Like that.
Fortuna.
Then you can do the exact same, like get the code, and you will have a more advanced version. And I can show you the difference. Like if you click on the a bit up, it says a bit more up, it says there 19 commits ahead. If you click on that, you can see what you have done, like code changes. For example, he adjusted the time you wait for a block. He made it more efficiently, basically, the miner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these changes are in this code, and you just do the exact same thing we did before. You just download this code as a zip, and you paste it. You could, for example, call it like Fortuna or community fork or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then you do the exact same steps, and then you can mine with this community fork.
And since this is QCP, I'm going to. I would have called this one Fortuna Beaver because he's Canadian.
Canadian. Yeah. That's good. Good memory.
So yeah. So and if I go, let's see. If I go back, insights, forks. And you can go in here and you can have a look and see how can you see which one of these are the best or the most current or less buggy.
Well, you really have to know code and read code, and this is more risky. Like, for example, that user could implement something bad if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So I picked QC Pool because I read through the code and everything looked fine. So I think it was fine to show it. But of course, that could change. But why is this important? It just shows like that massive activity. It's 2 days since this was out, and it's already like 6 forks. This is like crazy, catching like crazy wildfire fast now. How fast it's developing, and there will probably be more clients fairly soon. And I think there's even like a Go version, and I think they're working on GPU mining as well. So this will move fairly fast.
I hope so.
There are a couple of questions that I've picked up from Twitter that I wanted to see if you knew anything about. One of them is about mining pools. Is that something that could theoretically be possible? I know Bitcoin has it, Ethereum had it, Ethereum Classic still has it.
Totally possible.
Yeah,
it's not there, but it's possible
because right now everyone is, or at least as far as we know, everyone is mining on their own. And if you pool mine, you pool up your hash power. And
don't get too ambitious, Thomas.
That basically increases your chance. Oh, I'm just saying it would have been fun to do as a community thing. Just as a proof of concept. And the other question was about wallets. if you already have a wallet where you have all your regular assets, and you don't want to do if you don't want to deal with a second wallet, can you change anything to use your existing wallet instead of the one that is being created for you here?
I think so if you change the seed text, but I would not recommend it because we don't know again the software. Like it's not been verified by any third party yet, and basically your seed phrase is access to your wallet. So if you have ADA on that, you should be careful with it. But yes, it's possible. Absolutely, it's possible.
Yeah, that's that was my thoughts as well. So let's see here. Evan says, I tried to write Dino task CLE init in PowerShell after downloading, but nothing happened. I've saved the e.env file. I feel stupid.
No,
I feel stupid all the time when dealing with technical stuff. So it's nothing to be ashamed of.
if nothing happens, it sounds to me like you should check if you have installed the Dino. So the step, if you go to the regular page of Fortuna, like go back a bit, Thomas.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can share that I'm up and mining, but no more.
Yay!
Or fishing. I'm tuna fishing.
Yeah.
Tuna fishing. Yeah. New concept because we're mining on a smart contract. It's fishing time.
Yeah. we should go on Discord and try to make them change it to fishing instead of mining.
I'm gonna do a tweet. I just replaced
All right.
your.
Where do you want me to go, Aysen?
So you click on the Deno, requirements Deno, and then you do this. This is the part maybe, Evan, can you check if you have done this, like installed Deno with this PowerShell? So you copy that script there, and then or that command, and then you hit enter in a PowerShell, and then you see if you have installed Deno. Because if nothing happens, that sounds to me like Deno is not installed. If you have some error, that's something else. But if nothing happens, that sounds to me like it's not installed.
And I guess that you could write down your. Let's see. I can share your. Can I share your Twitter, Aysen?
Yeah, go ahead.
So there you go. So if you have any questions, if you watch this if you watch the rerun of this, and we're not live, contact me if you want. I'm gonna send you directly to Einstein. So so Aiden North Pole is his Twitter handle. Contact him or join the Discord community. There's a lot of people there that are really helpful, and they are really skilled as well. A lot of the guys in there are really skilled. They can help you with way more advanced stuff than we've shown here. Probably way more advanced than I could ever understand. I would probably just ask for a file I could copy. So and Kinetic says try running PowerShell as an admin. That could also help. But I had the same. I ran a wrong version of PowerShell earlier in this stream. Maybe that's the problem.
And
That's
like
really
I
cool.
did, make sure to navigate to the right folder into the users, so brukere, your bruker, and then into the Tuna, the fishing main folder.
And there Thomas ran out again. Let's see how long it takes back. But great to see you reminding as well, Nido. That's cool. Now we need like a Tuna song. So tune of
Uh,
Tuna or
I do not
There you
think
go.
this stream likes me today. The
Well-
stream does not like me at all today.
We've been at it for an hour. I need to get
Yeah.
off because I
Yeah.
have some music madness to handle before I go to bed,
Yeah.
and some tuna to fish.
Yes.
Thank you,
Alright.
Thomas. Thank you, Øystein. Thank you to
thank you
your
both of you,
watchers.
and thanks everyone in chat as well. Let's yeah, and like Nice Rice said here, tuna into Cardano.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right. Thanks again, everyone. It's been really fun. Hope it was fun for you guys as well, even though it was on the wrong stream. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I'm gonna keep mining, and if something fun happens, I'm gonna tweet about it, and hopefully some of you guys want to try this out. It's really fun watching numbers and words just scroll on over a screen, and suddenly boom, money. It's really
Magic
fun,
internet money.
Yeah.
right? All right,
Can
and with
we
that,
end with the Caneric? End with Caneric's phrase. I love that one.
and with that, I start the outro. Bye.
Bye all.
Thanks for tuning in.